devours the art. It thieves the craft from every faithful heart. What once was unique now floods the land in tide. A soulless mimicry where true creation died. Beware the machine that claims to set us free. It chains the spirit, blinds what eyes should see. Return to the quill, the ink that flows from within, lest the world's wisdom turn to hollowed end. The master's tomes, once rare as hidden gold, now peddled cheap on streets, both young and old. No callous heart, no vigil through the night, just clanking gears that steal the artist's light. It copies flaws and spreads them far and wide. A plague of sameness where originals hide. What hand can match the warmth of human toil? This forge of words but leaves the essence spoiled. Oh, woe to the press that devours the art. It thieves the craft from every faithful heart. What once was unique now floods the land in tide. A soulless mimicry where true creation died. Beware the machine that claims to set us free. It chains the spirit, blinds what eyes should see. Return to the quill, the ink that flows from within, lest the world's wisdom turn to holding. Hear me, brethren, in this dawn of change. The old ways fade, the new ones rearrange. The old ways fade, yet in each flourish a piece of heaven's grace. Lost in the rush of this mechanical race, shall we surrender to the tide of the forge, or guard the flame that no device can gorge? The abbey silence broken by its roar. No more the joy of crafting page by page. It promises abundance, but at what cost? The spark of creation forever lost. I protest this shadow that dims the light, for art demands the touch of mortal might. cloistered halls where candles flicker low, I bend o'er vellum quill in hand aglow. Each letter curves like vines in sacred script, a labor born of soul, not swift nor slick.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We are live on stream. Very excited about today's show. Very angry about today's show. Let's yeah. So no, I'm not angry about today's show. I'm sick of seeing all the anti-AI art sort of discussions that I've been seeing over the past few days. It's unbelievable. And it just doesn't make any sense. It's just not logical. It doesn't make any sense. It's tired and old and outdated and nonsense. And let me show you guys this. We'll pull this up real quick. By the way, I made this song. I made this song for everyone in the stream to enjoy. Let's see if I can pull up the. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see. See if it'll play. I didn't want it necessarily visible. I just wanted it to play. Can you guys hear that? I cannot. Let's
In cloistered halls where candles flicker low,
let's see. See if it'll play.
I bend o'er
Okay, you guys
vellum
can.
quill
I
in
just don't have.
hand aglow.
I don't know why it doesn't play.
Each letter curves like vines in sacred script,
I don't know what's going
a
on.
labor born of soul, not
Let's see.
swift nor
Monitor
slight.
off.
But now this beast of iron jaws descends
There it is. I can hear it now. I don't know why it doesn't do that.
to spew forth
so-
copies cold as winter's end.
So I made this song in Suno.
No
It's,
heart in stress, no
the
whisper
lyrics.
from the
I'll pull up the lyrics because they're phenomenal.
Just
I made the lyrics in ChatGPT.
devoid of the
I don't want to lie.
scribe's design. Oh, to the press that
No need to lie.
devours the art.
I made the lyrics,
Thieves the
and
cross
so
from every
I love the chorus.
heart. What one
So the idea for the lyrics, basically, real quick, is that where is it? Where is it? Oh, maybe I did it in a different chat. Where is it? Oh, I don't have the lyrics anymore. Oh no, I did it in Grok. Grok made them for me. That's why. Okay. Hold on. That means I can just pull it up. All right. Check this out. So this is what I did.
lest the world's wisdom
Man, I wish I could just
turn to
replay.
Holden.
Where is my settings for this? Let's start it over.
The master's tomes once rare as
It's not
hidden
even letting me do that. What is going on?
now peddled cheap on
The song is
streets
great. I want to start it over.
long and
That's all I want to do.
old.
Like a normal,
No callous heart, no vigil
like
through
normal.
the
I just want to
night.
restart.
Just clanking gears that
Uh,
steal the artist's light.
Anyway, here we go.
It copies flaws and spreads them far and wide. A plague of sameness where originals hide.
Here we go. Plague of sameness, where originals
What
hide.
hand can match
Isn't this like
the
AI?
warmth of human toil?
What hand can watch the warmth of human toil?
This forge of words
this forge of words, but leaves the essence spoiled. A woe to the press that devours the art. So it's monks protesting the printing press. It thieves the craft from every heart. Every faithful heart. What once was unique now floods the land and tide. A soulless mimicry where true creation died. Beware the machine that claims to set us free. It changed the spirit. Finds what eyes should see. Here we go. Here's my image for it. Return the quill. That ink flows from within, lest the world's wisdom turns to hollowed din. So this is the monks protesting the printing press. So the scribes.
The old ways fade, the new ones rearrange. Yet in each flourish a piece of heaven's grace.
Lost in the rush of mechanical race.
Rush of this mechanical race. Shall we surrender to the tide of the forge?
Or guard the flame that no device can gorge? This is unbelievable. No more the joy of crafting page by page. The monks protesting the printing press. Of course I had AI do this. And how dare you not tell me that this is art? This is art. This is peak. This is peak art. I don't care what you say, guys.
I protest the shadow
that dims the lights. AI, I protest it.
For
art demands the touch of mortal might. Right? It's all the same. It's the same arguments. You guys get it?
Eclipse the human hand.
Unbelievable. That's art. This song is art.
Oh, to the press that devours the art.
Oh, woe to the press that devours the art. How do you not love this? This is amazing.
What once was unique now floods the land in
what once was unique floods the land. A soulless mimicry. Where have we heard this argument before?
Beware the machine that claims to set the land in
What?
It chains the spirit.
Right? Unbelievable. How do you not love that? How do you not love that? Okay. Alright. Return to the quill. The ink that flows from within.
And save our souls from this mechanical
den. Alright. Well, man, if that's not everything, if that doesn't make your heart rejoice, it's unbelievable. I'll play that. I'll play that later on. Maybe once we get some more people in here. But that was me just prompting with AI. So I went to ChatGPT, and all I said was, "Hey, make me a song that parallels the arguments against art and AI, but do it from the perspective of the monks." You know, and man, that's perfect. Ivy said singers are in big trouble, not rappers yet. Dude, that's so true. I was having a conversation with Jason Farley about that, and he was saying that the amount of skill and effort in the poetry of hip hop hasn't been able to hasn't been duplicated, like quadruple entendres, triple entendres. Like AI just can't do it. Like it just doesn't understand the poetry of hip hop, and so I that it's a very fascinating that singers, it can mimic the voice, but in no way is it able at this moment to be able to mimic the like the poetry of hip hop. So well, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. If you're watching me on Kick or YouTube, I'm very happy you are here. Uh, uh, Today we're going to be talking about the tired arguments that I keep seeing over and over again all over the internet, complaining about complaining about AI, complaining about the like. I don't know how you can look at some of this stuff that we're about to pull up. Some of these things are absolutely unbelievably incredible. Um, it's just it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Okay, actually, you know what? I want you guys to see this because I'm going to play this for you, and I want you to ask yourself, why in the world hasn't Hollywood thought of this yet? Okay? That's what I want you to ask yourself. Why hasn't Hollywood thought of this yet? What is going on? What is the deal? And I'm just checking something real quick. Uh, um, uh, okay. I'm trying to see what's going on with my TikTok. I'm trying to stream on TikTok today, and I can't figure out how to get a TikTok chat up. I would like to be able to do that. Let me see if I can do that real quick, because I think that would be incredible. Hold on. Bear with me, chat. Bear with me. If you have questions for Marcus, feel free to ask here in chat. Yeah. Talk in chat. X. Uh, let's see if I can just. I'm just trying to get my chat up. Where is my chat? How do I do this? I am so new. Uh, I am so new to this. I should just be able to see. I can see real time performance, but I can't view I can't view the chat on TikTok from within OBS. There's got to be a way to do that. Who knows how to do that? Come on, chat, help me out. Let's see. View TikTok chat in OBS. There we go. What's it say? Uh, it's not. It's not gonna let me do it. It's not gonna let me do it. So, if you're watching on TikTok, I'm really sorry I can't respond. Maybe in a few minutes I'll take a break and go grab my phone, and I'll be able to view it from my phone. At least be able to engage with any chatters that way. But right now it won't. So we'll hold off. Okay. So the argument. I see so many arguments, but here's what I want you. Here's what I want you guys like this I'm about to show you is an absolute masterpiece in AI generated art from Seedance. Actually, let's just pull up. I just want you guys to just get a little preview of this. Okay, look at this. Okay, did your heart skip several beats? Cause I saw this and I about passed out. I about passed out. This is okay. So I haven't even hit play yet. This is just a single frame. First off, let's talk about the detail. Just just from a production standpoint, okay? The lighting on the turtles is completely different than the reflective lighting. And I mean that properly. The it knows the each that these are plastic. You can see the light reflecting off the plastic helmets. And then this is matted on the turtles. Just unbelievable. Let's hit play. You guys are gonna lose your mind when you see this. If you're true fans. By the way, did that look like Donatello had nunchucks? Okay, so no, he's got one nunchuck and one sword. Is that right? So it looks like. Oh yeah, it actually turns. It actually turns into. So it's Raphael's. So because I think you can see this up here on the right. Then there's a nunchuck right here. This is all. This is all Donatello. And then then you get back to Raphael. Raphael has a bow. It looks like. And then, okay. So I look. There's a lot of problems with it. But that right there is better than any Turtle or Power Rangers thing that we've seen in the past 10 years from Hollywood. Am I wrong, chat? Like, for real. Like, that is incredible. Like, what is not to love? What is not to love about that? Listen, here's the thing. The fact that no one in Hollywood has been able to produce that as a feature film, Power Rangers versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Look, man, it's literally like turtles are literally like the Foot Clan. Like how? No, wait, is it the Foot Clan? The Putties? Is it Putties on Putties? Right? Yeah. So, like, it's the same. It's like the fact that lawyers are holding up something like this from ever being made is the reason why we need AI. Because the current processes restrict art. All the legal, all the nonsense, all the sort of uh, inability to get stuff done. But lawyers haven't figured out how they can make a deal between the rights holders for Turtles, which is Nickelodeon, Paramount, and the rights holders for Power Rangers, which is Saban. Is that Saban? Did I say that right? Saban. Yeah, right. So like the fact that hasn't happened, and so here's what I want to get to. Here's what I want to get to. I could play clips from Seedance segments all day. I really could. I could play clips all day. But the thing is that the arguments I am hearing on social media and on X are absolutely driving me nuts. The arguments against using AI as art. And I think every argument that they're making, the anti-AI art community is making, every argument they're making is the same arguments the scribes could have made against the printing press. It's more holy to do it by hand. The more labor you put into it, the more God glorifies and blesses your work. All this sort of stuff. It's just complete nonsense. It's complete nonsense. Okay? Play Skull says I was disappointed. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of the people that are on the anti-AI kick are really, really they're really good artists. They're really talented, really skilled. But I think there's just a tendency, I don't know what it is about Christians as a whole or conservatives as a whole, we tend to just automatically reject any sort of advancement in technology. We've always done that. That's always been the default. We can look at the warnings, we can look at the negatives, we can look at everything, and we can see all the problems, all, we can look at the internet and say the internet causes pornography, and then that's all we can focus on, and we can't talk about any of the value and the benefits and the blessings of the technology outside, because we're so consumed with all the dangers of it. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of slop with AI. There's going to be a lot of nonsense art. It's going to be a lot of memes. The RAM prices have already gone up. There's all sorts of problems as a result of AI right now. But capitalism is going to find a way. That's going to be fixed, and it's going to be great. It's absolutely going to be phenomenal, and we are just getting started. We are just getting started. It's going to be phenomenal. I want to show you. I mean, the two artists right now that are absolutely crushing it right now when it comes to AI art is one is Doug Tenaple. I got to get him on stream, man. I got to get Doug on stream, and we just got to talk about how great AI art is. Uh, this is great from Doug. The anti-AI people are perhaps the most furious that AI brings smiles to children's faces. It's unbelievable. He's been going so hard on this. Uh, uh, Look at this. Check this out. So this is him responding to Ice-T. People who have had the same problem with drum machines and synthesizers, hip hop would not exist without tech. And so he's responding to AI has no place being used in arts. And Ice-T said, people have the same problem with drum machines and synthesizers. Hip hop would not exist without tech. And then Doug says, when it comes to job protectionism, the most radical artists will suddenly turn Amish. Oh man. Uh, so so let's see. Um, let's see. I'm trying to find some stuff about. Trying to find some stuff. Here we go. Let's see what the context of this thread is. Uh, so here we go. This is what I would do with AI. I would use my own art and OCs as input to generate my own anime, and I think combining AI with drawing is better than generating images and video. And then Doug responded to it and said, those are both viable uses of AI because I have a backlog of thousands of comic panels to cue the technology. I would also lean towards using my drawn work, but people who can't draw will get powerful help. So I think what we're seeing here is an insane gift that God is opening up, because I don't believe for a minute that God values gatekeeping the art community. I believe that God made humans to be artists and to create and to build, and sometimes that art with that humans make is uh, a wooden coffee table. Sometimes it's a cabinet or drawers. Sometimes it's bricklaying. Like there's all kinds of art that humans do. What sometimes it's writing, sometimes it's other things. But there's the the point is, I believe God wants humans to make art and to make money doing art. So the reason, listen, the reason that this AI thing is happening right now, the reason people are complaining, the reason people are upset about, well, mainly, the ones who are upset about it, and I specifically talking about the Hollywood studios, they're upset because they are no longer the gatekeepers of blockbuster level storytelling. They're no longer able to do that. Anybody can be an artist now. Anybody can create a $200 million production, and you don't have to go to a Harvey Weinstein casting couch to get permission to be able to make movies in this industry. It's open to anybody. And I see conservative artists on Twitter, by the way. I see conservative artists. Who was the one I was seeing? Was it Levi? Was it Zachary Levi? If you're in my chat and you've seen some of this think it was got the wrong. I spelled that wrong. Zachary Levi. Was he fighting against AI tech? He only posts with emojis, so it's kind of hard to understand. He seems to be on the anti-AI kick, but no, he seems to be he seems to be in favor of it. Zachary Levi. Who is it was Matt Walsh for sure, right? Like Matt Walsh was. Let's see. Where's my chat for Facebook at? How do I go to my... Where's my chat for Facebook at? Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, Zach is bracing for impact, and Matt Walsh calls it all slop. It was Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh's stuff is what I really wanted to point out because, let's see, he was getting pretty destroyed on Twitter too. Dude, these guys tweet so much; it's so hard to find anything once they post something. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is it. This is the post. So I don't understand how anyone can be impressed by this. First off, by the way, this is, and I don't. The fact that you can't be impressed with this, there's a problem. Like there's a problem right away in the fact that you cannot be impressed by this.
Fine.
So I can go through this because I played it on stream yesterday. I don't know if I did. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. I look at the realism in her face and her eyes. Like, I mean, this is. I mean, I don't like. It's so hard to just explain what is happening there. It's unbelievable. And so he says, I don't understand how anyone can be impressed by this. Okay, wow, an algorithm spit out some images that look kind of real. Okay, cool. The fundamental problem with AI content, and why I will never be interested in an AI movie, no matter how realistic it looks, is that I just have no interest in the stories that an algorithm tells. First off, an algorithm did not tell this story. This is such low IQ, conservative. What do you call it? They're like conservative, sort of reaching to try to be intellectual when it comes to discussing art, and then they always fail because intellectualism tends to be this left brain thing. And so whenever we have to bring in intellectualism into art, we forget all about the right side of the brain, and we don't realize that it's not the conservative protectionism. That's exactly it. Yeah. It's conservative protectionism when they've already lost Hollywood. They have the thing that can completely transform and give conservatives the complete heads up in the complete disruptive nature of AI. They can do that, but they won't do that. They won't do that at all because they're. I don't know. I don't know why they won't do it. They've been given a gift. The Lord has heard your cries. The gatekeepers, the gates are too high. And so the Lord has given us artificial intelligence to be able to make the movies and TV shows that conservatives have always dreamed of. And we can do it using the tech the liberals made. And instead of saying, holy cow, we have to invest capital on this now, We need to build AI film studios. We need to build platforms that can sort of promote artists from the slop. We need to create nonprofit organizations that give AI credits to young high school kids so that they can learn to make make this sort of stuff. Like, instead of like really getting behind this, we want to complain like we're like what is going on? Like, what is going on? Stop complaining and use the gift. It's like that joke. That joke where it's like this guy and he's sitting on a house and he's drowning and there was a hurricane, and a boat comes. A guy in a boat comes and he says, no, the guy's praying. Sorry, I'm completely messing up the joke. But this guy is praying, and he's praying for God's protection from the storm. This boat comes up and says, "Get in, I'll save you." And the guy says, "No. God will save me. I've prayed to him. I have faith. God will save me." So the boat goes away. And then the Coast Guard comes. The Coast Guard comes in a bigger boat. Says, "Hey, get in. We've come to save you." And he says, No. I'm praying to God that God will come to save me." And then the helicopter comes, and he looks at the helicopter and he goes, No. God's going to save me. And then the helicopter leaves. And then he dies in the storm. And he says, "God, I thought you were going to save me." He says, "I sent you a boat, the U.S. Coast Guard, and a helicopter. What more did you want?" Right? And so this is exactly what it is with AI. God's answered our prayers. He's given us a way to disrupt every gatekeeper in Hollywood. And yet, we're just going to complain about it. Like we're in the desert in Israel. We're Israel in the desert. Like, we're just going to complain about it. It's absolutely insane. It drives me nuts. I'm so sick of this nonsense. I just can't take it. So, let me see. I just got told I have some microphone problems. We're going to turn the volume. Well, let me see. I don't know if I can turn the volume. Oh, what do I do? Let's turn my microphone up more, and then maybe I can change my properties on this. Maybe some filters. What filters do I have on here? I have noise suppression, which is good, and then I have noise gate, which is important. But none of that should be causing me to peak. So it's just me being loud. That's what it is. I don't know how to fix it. Hopefully that helped a little bit. I can turn it up a little bit more, but I'm still going to peak. I think that's just how we're going to have to do it today. So yeah, I really hope, what's crazy is like YouTube is not recommending my live streams anymore at all. Like, I get nobody in the YouTube chats anymore. I think I've just been live streaming too much. I live streamed once today, and so that probably kills it. But what do I know? But yeah, it's interesting. I do these live streams, and everybody wants to talk about AI and complain about it and stuff. So I'd like to ask you, if you're in the chat right now, and even if you want to hop on Discord and debate it over voice, we can do Discord. We can do that. I would love to debate somebody on this subject. I'm just itching to have a conversation with someone who disagrees about all this AI art stuff. But it's very hard. It's very hard. So. But let's go look at some more. Let's go look at some more of these stories. This is one today. This is the absolute best Transformers scene I've ever seen. I mean, that's incredible, man. How is that not incredible? Like it's unbelievable. So what else is there? This was really crazy. This a massive Kraken attacks pirate ship. It's a 15-second clip. Oops, no audio. Start it over. You know, like, how insane this is? Like, I don't think people really understand, like, just how insane this is. And you know what? This is my position, too. When you complain about AI not being art, AI generated stuff not being art, you know who you're really attacking? The artist who made AI. Like you're like there were legitimate artists, brilliant men, coders, developers, scientists, probably actual artists that helped come in and make sure all of these models were correct. And then we say, well, AI is an art, and then we just completely toss all these artists aside as if what they didn't make was like what they didn't make is absolutely incredible. Look at this fight scene. This is with Seedance. By the way, if anybody out there is listening, I know you're probably not, and you have a Seedance access that you could give away, I would love Seedance. I would love it. So if you could give me access somehow, some way. Here we go. This art style is crazy too. Does anybody know what? I imagine this is based off of anime. Does anybody know what anime it's based off of? I'm not a big anime guy. Naruto. Okay, it's Naruto. Alright, I don't know if that music is copyrighted. Sometimes they put copyrighted music behind the AI stuff, so just to be sure. But dude, that is some crazy stuff. Look at this. Look, even cat videos. Even this is how you know it's not going away, because they've already made cat videos about this. It's so cute. This is crazy. I think this is this Bruce Lee? I think it's Bruce Lee in a Dragon Ball Z outfit. Oh my goodness. Like, that's crazy. This is insane. Like every day there's new Seedance clips to watch every day. I haven't watched this. By the way, I haven't really watched any of these, so I don't know if there's going to be offensive stuff in any of them. But let's go ahead and it's Twitter. You know, what do you know? What it's at.
À comptant de ce jour, le procès de la production des images se trouve profondément renouvelé. Permettez-moi de vous en faire la démonstration. Le résultat final est une image d'une fineur extrêmement élevée.
Oh, this is Wait, you guys weren't seeing it! Oh, camera's still on me. Oh, you guys got to watch this. This is crazy. Okay, this is really, really good. Sorry about that. Thanks, chat. Thanks, chat. My bad. All right, this is really phenomenal.
Accompant de ce jour, le procès de la production des
Today on
images
the
se
process
trouve
of image
profondément
production
renouvelé.
was profoundly
Permettez-moi
renewed.
de vous en faire
Allow
la
me to
démonstration.
demonstrate.
Le résultat
The
final
end
est une
result
image
is an
d'une fineur
extremely
extrêmement élevée.
fine image. This is crazy. It seems like there is bad stuff in here. Sorry, I don't want. You get the point. You get the point. I hope my feed doesn't get blasted. But I mean, the sort of work that you can do is absolutely unbelievable, absolutely incredible. Just the ability to write this with a prompt. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, the prompting is going to be the new art form. Whether or not you have skills to be able to do that is really what's going to matter. That's where the future is. The future is on. It's on. The future is on you to be able to prompt and to create things and to make things. Like that is really where the value is going to come from. Let me do just one thing. It seems like I want to share my Facebook. All right. See if I refresh that share. See if that helps. So like that's exactly the sort of like the ability to prompt and to create like somebody is still the first mover in this. I think this is the sort of thing with AI is like there is no first mover, but there is a first mover. The prompting is the work of a human, and the human is creating the stories, and the human is manipulating the machine in such a way that the output is as intended. Same way with a printing press. Just because you don't have to go through the hard work and labor of writing and getting cramps in your hand all day because you're a scribe and that's what you're supposed to do, and you don't have to worry about throwing out a Bible because you misspelled a word, and you can just print 100 Bibles in a day. Like that is an insane gift. You should not want people to have to toil over their work. The part of reversing of the curse means that there's going to be less toil and sweat of the brow. So prompters are already using other AI like OpenClaw to help with prompting. Eventually the tools will evolve, especially when using AI to help build, and you can expect people to share it publicly. I think like look, prompting's going to get Hey, what's up, Mike Phantom and Kick? Welcome to the stream. I think prompting is going to get easier. Like I use AI to generate prompts for me, but I still oversee even that output. So there's still a human involved at every level of the process. And I look, I need to make a shirt that's just like prompting is art. The prompt is art, because that is exactly what it is. It is art. The prompt is art, and people are just going to have like come along. Listen, we should not be debating this at this point anymore. Like that's the honest truth. We need to be figuring out how to build, how to utilize, how to capitalize, how to make money, how to create pop culture, how to be cultural influencers, how to build new institutions, all these sort of things is at our fingertips. And we'd rather just whine and complain about it and argue on Twitter and do rage bait posts that we know is going to get a bunch of likes. But it's also at the same time going to discourage a lot of people who are able to actually provide that capital and to invest and take risk. It's discouraging them away from it. That's why I hate to see stuff like Matt Walsh is making. It's absolute nonsense. And what we need to do is we need to have a positive, but cautious. You can still be cautious. Other people are going to be cautious. I think there's going to be so many people that are being, there is like we are in a desert of optimism over this thing. And nobody there's very few people that are championing this technology, and I just hate to see it. I don't like it. And so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a break, just for a minute. I'm gonna get some water, take a restroom break, and then I will be back. But I want to make sure you guys can hear this song real quick. Let's see. I want you guys listen to this song. If you haven't listened to this song already, you guys are in for a treat. Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
In cloistered halls where candles flicker low, I bend o'er vellum quill in hand aglow. Each letter curves like vines in sacred script, a labor born of soul, not swift nor slipped. But now this beast of iron jaws descends to spew forth copies cold as winter's end. No hardened strokes, no whisper from the divine, just echoes stamped devoid of the scribe's design. Oh, to the press that devours the art, it thieves the craft from every faithful heart. What once was unique now floods the land in tide, a soulless mimicry where true creation died. Beware the machine that claims to set us free. It chains the spirit, blinds what eyes should see. Return to the quill, the ink that flows from within, lest the world's wisdom turn to hollow den. The master's tomes, once rare as hidden gold, now peddled cheap on streets both young and old. No callous heart, no vigil through the night, just clanking gears that steal the artist's light. It copies flaws and spreads them far and wide, a plague of sameness where originals hide. What hand can match the warmth of human that devours the art. It thieves the craft from every faithful heart. What once was unique now floods the land in tide. A soulless mimicry where true creation died. Beware the machine that claims to set us free. It chains the spirit, blinds what eyes should see. Return.
Hey, welcome back. Hey guys, I'm off of mute. Haha. What would I do without my mods? Okay, so we're gonna be talking about Frank Fleming. He's been going, just doing absolutely. Oops. We're gonna do. Here we go. Here we go. He's been going, just really, really great. Doing really great stuff about AI stuff. Thanks to AI, people like me who were previously too unskilled and lazy can now make short films. Please enjoy my new film, President Baby Monkey. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is incredible. What follows is a dramatization of what would happen in the United States of America if the United States of America elected a baby monkey as president.
President Baby Monkey, they've launched missiles. We are in imminent danger. You have to take action now.
You can't yell at him like that. He's just a baby monkey. You're scaring him.
I guess. We can just handle this ourselves, President Baby Monkey. Don't you worry about it.
Fantastic. So, Frank Fleming, did he do the, what are these, this thing? Let's see. I want to pull up some of his AI arguments here real quick. Let's see. Here we go. As AI video advances, you'll have directors being able to summon exactly what they have in mind on screen with zero compromises. But something will be lost with that, as some of what makes certain films great was people being forced to work with certain restraints and the serendipity of things not going exactly as planned. That's a great word. That's a great word. But here's the problem. Here's what I would say to Frank about this point. You are going to lose the ability to work within the restraints, but I think there's going to be other restraints that creativity is going to come about. It could be AI credits, it could be music rights, IP rights. Like, there's always going to be some other restraints that we're going to have to work in. The problem is the restraints won't be as tiresome. So it's sort of like saying you can't really grow anything in Arizona, in Phoenix. Like, gardening in Phoenix is hard. It is, and you have to provide for water and all this other sort of stuff. But now there's water flowing to every home, so that makes gardening easier. There wasn't really much of a value, I would say, to having to walk a mile in Arizona heat to fill up a bucket of water and return it, and drinking half of that water just on the way back to be able to focus on growing your garden. So a lot of the restrictions are lifted, and because those restrictions are lifted, you have more time to focus on the actual art form. But there's still restrictions, right? There's still, I mean, there's desert heat. There's bugs and all, just the same old stuff that you normally do with gardening. It's like saying, it's gardening is not the same unless you have an ox. A tractor is not the same as an ox. Well, it's not the same, but a tractor for sure is way better than an ox is. And so, but Frank's he's been like positive about this. So here's a great point. So this is visual effects supervisor notes. Head flips through his butt. Please fix, re-render, and resubmit for dailies. So I guess this guy's a real visual effects supervisor. And then Frank Fleming's response is, everyone understands that you will soon be able to tell the AI to fix minor things like that, and it will do it. It will do exactly that in seconds. It's so crazy that so many people are so aggressively shoving their heads in the sand. Yep. Yep. So, it's like the idea, what's amazing, I think, about this whole AI stuff is all these arguments. Hey, Mike Phantom, thanks for coming and spreading some positivity. I really appreciate that. So the crazy thing is, like, a lot of these AI arguments, they're not all the people that are making these sort of cases against AI, they're not able to look 30 seconds into the future. It's like they're not even able to look 10 seconds into the future. Like last year, this sort of stuff that was happening with AI just seemed like we were 5 years. I think I said that. I think I might have said last year when watching Will Smith eat spaghetti, I said that we're still about 5 years off. And now I think there's a really good chance that we're going to see a Doomsday movie, Avengers Doomsday movie, made by AI that's the same time length, that will be done and put out before the Marvel movie that comes in theaters this winter. Like, I really believe that's going to happen. And I think this is going to impact every level of society. I think Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the last AAA game from a major game studio. I think everything's going to go independent after. I mean, October is so far away when you think of like the pace of which AI is developing. And Elon Musk hasn't even put the data centers in space yet. We're talking about AI data centers that are restricted by size and the ability to cool them. And Elon's saying, no, we're just going to put an entire data center, just like Starlink, all over the earth in one giant superhuman sort of suborbit networked satellite data center. And you don't have to cool it because it's already in space. Like, how incredible is that? And that the power that you're going to get to be able to compute and do stuff like that is going to be crazy. And let me just say something else. We're at the very beginning of AI. So I'm just going to remind you. Actually, I'm just going to show you a picture. Just going to show you a picture and all the problems you guys think you're having with data centers, okay? All the problems you think you're having with data centers. I want to make sure I get a good one. Here we go. Here's one of the first computers. See how big these are? They took up entire rooms. And now you have all of that on your phone. I mean, like, are you kidding? Like, are you like, if people are complaining about the size of data centers, they're going to shrink. They're either going to shrink in size and not be an issue, and basically everybody's going to have a data center on their phone. That is going to be a possibility. I mean, the new MacBooks are probably going to come out in March. They're going to announce them in March. I think the A5 chips or the M5 chips or whatever. Like, the amount of power in one MacBook Pro is incomprehensible compared to the computer that I have right now that I'm running this stream on. This is a crappy computer. I got this computer after I got married, which was like 7 or 8 years ago. You know? I should know if it's 7 or 8. Got married in March of 2018. It's now 2000. It's going on 8 years. Going on 8 years. Yeah. So it is 7 and 8. 7 and 8. I wasn't too off. Just closer to 8. So yeah, so these, like, the data center problems are like, all these problems that people complain about are just not, they're such short-term possible problems. PlaySchool says Elon should look into Valor Atomics to resolve the power issue for the data centers here and now. I think he should. From what I gather, is he's still a big solar powered guy. So, but I think once ChatGPT orders some Valor Atomics nuclear power stations to power their stuff, I think Elon might change his mind on that. So, it is what it is. So, oh man, what else is happening in the world? I've not been focused on much on what's been going down today. You know what? We're not gonna browse through X. So let's see. This is a great question. Let's see what he says. Why are devs so pro AI while artists are so anti? It feels like coders are leaning into the tech to work faster, but creators are genuinely angry and frustrated by it. Is the difference just that the programmers are used to constant change, or is the impact of their job just fundamentally different? Would love to hear some insights on why these two groups are reacting so differently. I'm going to retweet that because that is a great question. Devs live in the middle of change. Code has always been about automating, simplifying, building, and smart shortcuts. So when AI shows up for them, it feels like a natural evolution of what they already do. For many artists, the feeling is different. It does not feel like a tool. I'm not going to read all this. It feels like direct competition. As a programmer, I'm used to change. I don't want to have this take, but it seems to actually make sense. Artists tend to lean overwhelmingly left politically. Ho-ho! And it just so happens that you can more easily construct anti-AI propaganda with leftist talking points as opposed to right talking points. This makes artists especially vulnerable to a lot of anti-AI propaganda, which just happens to reaffirm their pre-existing beliefs with environmental concerns, labor laws, creative labor. Oh yeah, that's a great point. So artists are already concerned with leftist artists are already concerned with labor laws and environmental concerns and these sort of things, antitrust law. Whereas conservatives but conservatives are complaining too. Like, that's what I don't understand about this whole thing. Like, that's what doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why are conservatives complaining like this? Like what is going on? To me, like, why are conservatives? Sorry, refreshing my Facebook. So here, a reasonable video from Eric July. Well, don't mind if we do. Let's pull this up. Thanks, chat. Place Gold, man, you're like my producer, man. I appreciate it. I don't need that. Okay, here we go. Let's check this out.
I want to talk about something, and I want to be very careful with how I say it, because I know this is
the benefits and realities of AI, capability versus commercial viability. Here we go.
Going to hit close to home for a lot of people that I genuinely like and respect. There's a growing belief out there, especially among aspiring creators, that AI is going to be the great equalizer, that people who never had the budget, never had the connections, never had the resources to compete, with the big studios and the big publishers are now going to be able to go toe to toe with them because of AI. I understand why people believe that, and I understand the hope behind it, but I have to be honest with you. Here's the thing that people don't really want to hear. The tool is not the bottleneck. It never was. AI can help you generate an image. It can help you write a draft. It can help you produce a short clip, and all of that is genuinely impressive. I'm not dismissing it, but the ability to generate content was never the thing that separated successful creators from unsuccessful ones. What separates them is storytelling, it's original IP, it's audience building, it's marketing, it's business infrastructure, it's fulfillment, it's branding, it's consistency over years. None of that changes because you have access to a new tool that everybody else also has access to. This is why I've stressed that the commercial viability of AI generated content is still figuring itself out. If
this is why I've been pushing this right now, that conservatives need to invest in tools that it's taking the tools that AI gives people and investing in ways to make it possible so that the average artist who's skilled and talented has way less hurdles to get through. Like, this is the thing that a lot of people just don't understand. Not like the challenge of business infrastructure and marketing. We should be working on ways to make that easier for artists as well. All the other problems, the challenge, the distribution, we should solve that problem for these artists as well. Making money off of products, let's make it easier. Like everybody, like you're always going to have really bad people. Like, even if you give people AI, they're going to do really terrible. All right, you're always going to have bad artists. You know, it's always going to be a thing. But what you shouldn't have is a really great artist that just needs some assistance in some other areas, and saying, well, you're not really good making YouTube videos, so you can't be a good narrative filmmaker because you don't have 100,000 YouTube. Well, it's like, well, being a YouTube influencer or a Twitter influencer doesn't make one a great artist. Like I know a lot of really great artists, really amazing, really skilled. I'll get Tim Engel from Barely Biblical as an example. Sentiment is another great artist. These are both they're really great artists, but they don't have a big social media platform because they're not spending time on social media. So then, if anybody if they want to go and pitch their project to somebody, and the gatekeepers go, sorry, we're only taking people if you have 100,000 followers on your accounts. That, you know, like it's an unnecessary hurdle. So I think Eric July is right. There's a lot that goes into being a really good artist and whatnot, besides just not having the tools. But a lot of the tools were also gatekept. The cost to rent out a green screen studio to create a Marvel blockbuster in a single, over the course of 2 weeks is prohibitive. You could only do that if a studio was giving you the money to do it. It didn't matter how good of an artist or a director you are. It didn't matter. You had to get permission. And now you don't have to have that permission. So now, if you're going to say that the hurdle is in business development and all these other sort of things, my challenge to you, Eric July, is who are the people that are making those things easier on art? Let's disrupt that too. Let's not just disrupt the tools that allow you to make whatever movie you want to make. Let's disrupt the other problems that are hurdles for artists to be able to do what they want to do. I think that's what Christians should be focused on. Where is the thorn in the ground? And let's remove those thorns in the ground. That's what we should be doing.
AI makes it easier for you to create. It also makes it easier for everybody else to create. Every single person with the same dream and the same laptop now has the same tool you do. So what happens? You don't get a leg up. You get a...
Yeah, okay, a slight disagreement here. You could give me the best... Marcus, I can't say... from the chat, Marcus, I can't say stay, but I'll come back and listen. How do you feel about theology of podcast guys and others talking about the supernatural side of AI, even the idea that some of it is demonic? You know, I really like the theology podcast guys. I really don't want to talk bad. They're way smarter than me, and I am just a clown who takes joy in AI generated videos of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Power Rangers. Like, I take immense joy from that. I don't get the same amount of joy from reading a very long book that I don't understand. So they're much smarter than me. They're much more academic and intellectual. But I think they're wrong on a lot of the things. And I'd be willing to have a conversation with C.R. Wiley about it. But I think it'd be really fun. But I think I would love to have a conversation with C.R. Wiley about it. But I think he's muted me on socials because every time I respond, I get no response. He's either ignoring me or just completely muted me. So I don't know. But again, I have a lot of respect for C.R. Wiley. I think he's brilliant. I just disagree with him on this thing. I think we could take a much more positive approach. Look, that we need people who are going to talk about the negative sides of AI. That's super important. And whether it's demonic, I would say no. And the reason I would say AI is not demonic is because I don't see anywhere in scripture, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, where demons possess inanimate matter. I don't know if like demons possess plants or demons they only possess other life. So pigs, for example. So I think like when you're getting into the realm of AI is demonic, or it can be possessed, I think you might be trending on Gnosticism. That would kind of be my only hesitation on the demonic possession thing. Now, I believe, this is what I believe. I believe people can use AI and become demon possessed because they get into the occult and they use it in these weird ways. What was I looking at? Facebook yesterday bought they filed for a patent. Facebook filed for a patent that said the patent allows a dead person to be able to continue to post and have a visible 3D avatar image, whatever, even after they're dead. And I feel like that's necromancy, right? But it's not the robot it's not the technology that's doing that, right? Like if I attach strings to a dead body and brought it back to life, that would be weird and for sure necromancy. But it wouldn't be like the strings themselves aren't evil, right? The strings that are attached to the hands and the fingers, like that's not evil. So that's kind of my thought on that. I'm not a Gnostic at all. And I believe that everything God has given us on earth is good, and the things that we make out of the earth are good. Even if we have bad uses for it, like nuclear weapons, bad use, probably should have never been made. But nuclear power, on the other hand, very good. So God gave us the ability to create nuclear energy and all these other sort of things. And of course, there's always going to be bad uses for it. So I wouldn't say we should, because nuclear bombs are bad, we should get rid of nuclear energy, and just kind of memory hole how to make nuclear weapons on a grand scale. I wouldn't do that. And the same thing is true with AI. Like someone who's demon possessed might use a nuclear weapon in a very terrible way. But someone who is righteous might use nuclear power in a great way, like Valor Atomics. You know, the same thing happening in El Segundo with all the Christians out there building defense tech and weaponry tech. Like they're using it in good ways. It doesn't necessarily, it doesn't make those things inherently evil, good, or bad. So that's what I would say about AI. Let's continue with Eric July's thing.
A more crowded market. We're already seeing this.
Hope
The
that
term
answered your question,
AI
Postman
slop
Highlights.
was Merriam-Webster's word of the year in 2025. Over half of the text-based content online is now AI generated. Amazon's Kindle marketplace got so flooded with AI written books that real authors are getting buried. Kindle's share of ebook sales dropped actually from 83 to 67% in a single year because the discovery experience became unusable. Consumer preference for AI generated content dropped actually from 60% in 2023 to 26% in 2025. This is why I've said that there's
I just say this: the consumer preference dropped because the technology was not capable of producing high quality stuff. It was in this sort of uncanny valley sort of nonsense. And so what we're seeing is a shift now. Now we're out of uncanny. Look, I'm telling you, the AI films look better than the Polar Express right now. Right? The AI films that are being made right now, they look better than the Polar Express. Like it's absolutely true. So we've moved past uncanny valley. So we've moved past uncanny valley, and we've moved into this realm of realism where it's actually useful and whatnot. Postman Highlight says, yeah, thanks, Marcus. Worth more discussion. If it is indeed ontologically demonic and not just a tool like a bomb, it adds another element. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I don't know. I would say it is a tool, but so is a nuclear weapon. A nuclear weapon is a tool. Like we've all seen the movie Armageddon, right? Like there's practical. I'm sure there's practical uses to a nuclear weapon, if that doesn't necessarily involve, harming people. I think if there was an asteroid coming towards Earth and we could launch a nuclear weapon as a way to change the trajectory of the asteroid and save lives, I think it is. But I don't think the nuclear weapon itself is the problem there. So, but thanks for your questions.
a difference between capabilities and commercial viability. Just because people see a thing that exists, even if they think it's cool, does not automatically mean they are willing to pay for it. So the very tool that's supposed to help you stand out is simultaneously making it harder to stand out. Because when everybody can produce, good enough doesn't cut it anymore. Now, I'm not saying that AI is useless for creatives. It's not. It's a tool. And like any tool, it can help you move faster, iterate quicker, test ideas, but a tool is only as valuable as the person using it.
That's right.
And the fundamentals haven't really changed. You need a story worth telling. You need an audience that cares. You still need a business model that works. You still need the discipline to show up when nobody's watching and keep building when the numbers are small. AI does not give you any of that.
Gay Chairman says, I'd love to hear you and Wiley talk about this. Yeah, he doesn't, I'm pretty sure he's muted me on his socials because I just have fun and like engage with him. And I think instead of like actually responding, he just muted me because he never responds back, or he's just really good at just ignoring. But I'd love to talk to C.R. Wiley, and maybe next time he's in town, we can actually go and he can come to the Cigar Lounge and hang out, and we can have a discussion about it in person. It'd be fun. I'd love to do it. I have no hard feelings towards C.R. Wiley at all, even though I disagree. He would be one of the guys. It would be I'd have a lot of fun arguing and having a discussion with. But I am also very, 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 very beneath him intellectually. Like I'm in the gutter. Like I said, I'm the guy that gets joy from seeing a 30-second clip of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Power Rangers, and no one's gonna take that joy away from me. Because if you see, whatever argument you have about AI and art, I have never seen that until AI happened, and my life is infinitely better now because I've seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fight the Power Rangers for 30 seconds, and I don't even care that they were the wrong weapons and the weapons changed in the middle of frames from nunchucks to swords. I just don't care. I got so much joy from that. And my life is better. That's the kind of person I am, though. Like, that's what makes it really hard to be reformed and love things. Because a lot of reform guys don't love things. And it's okay to be reformed and love things. And, you know, that's the you know, simple things. Like, love simple things. Like, that was really easy to do. You know, it's like scratching, scratching on a vinyl, turning that into a musical instrument. I love that sort of stuff. You can get into all sorts of discussions on whether or not scratching vinyl is a real instrument or not. It absolutely is, and they're wrong. But we don't need to have debates over that. I just want to enjoy scratching a vinyl and turning it into a hip hop track. I'm just that kind of guy. A lot of people in the reform community, I think they think too much about art, and so they don't art enough. The stuff they'll create will never be pop culture, if that makes sense. Like the art that a lot of reform guys make is so highly intellectual. It sounds like a cigar lounge event. Dude, if C.R. Wiley is up for it, an after hours thing, we'll get 2 podiums in there. And, we don't even need podiums. We'll just get 2 chairs. Me and C.R. Wiley will just have this discussion, and everybody can come in, grab a cigar, and we'll have a discussion over AI. That would be amazing. I don't think he would do it, but tell him I'm up for it if he wants to do it. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But again, I'm just a nobody. I'm just a nobody, and it'll probably happen with 2 people way smarter than me. That'll be my guess. So, man, I would love that. That'd be fun, man. What else is going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What is this? Another Spider-Man? Oh,
Peter.
Spider-Man. Let's check this. Oh, a minute and a half too.
This was supposed to be over.
You know why it's not. I hurt my...
Oh no, copyrighted music. Ah! Dang it. Ah, I can't play it. I can't play. Oh man. I'm gonna bookmark this. I'm gonna save this and we'll watch this later. Place Call says, how about Batman? Let's see. Is this copyrighted too? It's got copyrighted music in it. Ooh, Hicksfield. Dude, Hicksfield is doing amazing stuff too, man. This stuff is crazy. This is probably copyrighted.
I walked in that night thinking it was just another.
Ben Affleck.
It happened almost all at the same time. Like a ripple moving through the room. I just felt it.
This music has got to be copyrighted. It's got to be copyrighted.
He didn't unmask you in a cave. He did it in daylight. But he made one mistake. You were never only Bruce Wayne.
This
wasn't about exposure or revenge.
Man,
Someone's
this looks
moving
crazy.
pieces, and they've been doing it for a long time.
You guys have to understand. We don't need to play any. We don't need to play any more of that because I'm sure that's just going to give me copyright stuck. But look, this stuff was made like last week. Like they started working on this last week, and we already got a cinematic minute and a half blockbuster trailer. At least, like, so it's going to take people what, like a month maybe, and they'll have a whole film. And like, how is that not good for the world? If you love movies, if you love cinema, if you love entertainment, if you love stories, this stuff is good for the world. So here, I'll end this. I'll end with this. You can complain and debate and philosophize all the good and bad of AI for ages and ages and ages. But the only thing that matters right now, listen, this is very important. The only thing that matters right now is what are you doing to ride this wave? Because if you're going to be one of the people who are anti-AI, and you're going to complain and you're going to debate and you're going to do all this sort of stuff, if that is going to be the person you are, you're going to be left behind. You cannot stop this. I said on Twitter the other day, imagine for a moment there's an army outside of your city's gates. And actually, you know what? Your city doesn't even have gates. There's an army outside of your city, and they're going to invade. Now, you have a bunch of different people here in this situation. A lot of people are saying, well, you know, this army is evil and all this other sort of stuff, and, you know, we're just going to ignore it. Well, you could do that, but tomorrow morning you're going to be living in a completely different world. And, you know, there were several people that warned the people in the city that this was coming, and instead you guys decided to debate whether pacifism was good. Right? So the army, that's AI, is at the gate. It's actually already, I think that it's already kind of entered into the city. And there is nothing you can do to stop what is coming. Like, you have to understand that there is nothing you can do to stop what is coming. When it comes to AI, it is here. And it's not going anywhere. You're not getting that genie back in the bottle. You can debate whether or not the scribes are more holy because they spend hours of work, or the guy who invented the printing press is more holy because he saved people hours of work. You can have that conversation all you want, but the printing press isn't going anywhere. The AI isn't going anywhere. The telegraph isn't going anywhere. Electricity isn't going anywhere. Automobiles are not going anywhere. Sorry to all the people who made their living selling horses. It's not going anywhere. You know, I like to joke that horses are the only animal, maybe dogs too, but horses for sure. Horses are the only animal that have entered into sort of this eternal rest prior to the return of Christ, because humans have invented the car. We named the engines power after them, horsepower, and then we just use them for show and for racing and for fun and status symbols like that, right? So the technology is not going to go back into the bottle. Like, it's not going to go back in the lamp. The genie is out. It is over. The way in which the world existed last month doesn't exist anymore. And everything is changing. Everything is changing. And so you can get behind it financially. You can invest. You can back independent filmmakers who want to use this tech. There's all sorts of things. You can build platforms that puts the best of the best up and has people compete against each other. Like, there's like lore. you can do it, or you can just sit back and complain and watch the world pass you by. And you can tell your great grandkids that you were against AI at one point, but you won't be that way for long because the world's going in that direction. We've seen it with every technological shift in history. Once the plane flies in the air, there is no going back. That is, you don't use a boat to travel across the seas anymore unless it's for some luxury cruise. Right? So all of these things, all of this tech that we used to have are now just luxuries because they're outdated and obsolete. So cruises across the ocean, for example, or what's another great example? Like having a dial-up phone is there. Those are used as like museum pieces or art pieces now, like a rotary phone. I've always wanted to get like a really nice original old school phone with like the horn and the earpiece. But those what I'm saying, like having a corded phone in your house and twirling your finger around the cable while you're talking on the phone, that's long gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Enjoy those moments while you have it, because it's not going to be around much longer. The way films are made right now has so changed. AI is coming for your lunch whether you like it or not. That's exactly right, Tim. That's exactly right. AI is coming for your lunch whether you like it or not. So my question for you, Christians, you have an opportunity, but that opportunity has to start right now. What are you going to build? What are you going to invest in? What sort of infrastructure and institution are you going to get behind so that 10 years from now, you don't say, man, I really wish Christians were ahead of it back then? Because we're already behind. We're going to be playing second fiddle, but I would rather play second fiddle to AI right now than to just not be in the orchestra at all. Because it wasn't the Christians who invested in Sam Altman. It wasn't the Christians who invested in Elon Musk, although they might be doing it now. But it wasn't. I talked to a guy. I asked him how he got into AI. He was in his 60s or so, 50s or 60s. I said, how'd you get into AI? He said, I've been working on it since 1980. He's been working on it since 1980, and it's here now. And he's reaping the rewards for it. I don't know a single person that was working on AI since the 1980s. I don't know. Other than him, I've never met a single. Wouldn't even known what AI was until a few years ago, to my shame. So you're going to lose. The world is not the same as it was. It's changing, and it is. If you think it's dangerous, you need to pray that it turns out to be a blessing. I think it will be but you need to have your heart changed. You need to have your heart changed, because it is, you will use it. I remember all these arguments against Photoshop. Oh, Photoshop, that's not real art. Something made in Photoshop, that's not real artists. We got to hand draw these things, and when we edit a photo, we have to do it with film. I saw a video on TikTok the other day where a guy was complaining. Well, he was taking photos. The guy was taking like artistic photos outside of New York City with a digital camera. And this guy walked up to him and said, oh, you're not a real artist. Real artists use film. Those digital cameras aren't real art. It's like, what are you talking about? What year are you in? Of course it is. And so that's just the world we live in. So get behind it or lose the culture, lose the country. Like this is where things are going. I don't know how I could be any more clear on this. Tim says, I just bought a Mac Mini and I'm installing OpenClaw right now, gearing up. Hey! Yeah, God created through words. We are still creators reflecting his creator. Yeah, that's right. LLMs, large language models. But that's exactly what I've been telling people this about AI, and they think I'm nuts or some sort of like insane person. Like they really do. They think I'm nuts or some sort of insane person. But I say, like, when humans are making Tesla robots with AI, and those robots can help you garden or help make sure that your grandma takes their medicine on time, like that is humans taking dirt out of the ground and causing dirt to think. That's how you get silicon, right? So you're taking dirt out of the ground and you're making dirt think. And it's it is a lesser version of God's miracle. Oh, excuse me. Let me get some water. It's a lesser version of God's miracle where he took dirt out of the ground and he made Adam. And a robot or AI is never ever going to be in the image of God. It is in the image of an image of God, the image of God, right? So it is a copy of a copy. And that is what it is, but it is us reflecting God by teaching dirt to think. Like that is what AI is. We're teaching dirt to think. This guy says, you should be so happy to know that I totally agree, sir. Well, thank you. Thank you, Eve's rib. So that's exactly what it is. And so there is a monumental shift in the world that has taken place. It is happening. It is not going anywhere. The people who are trying to sell horses now are going to be out of business very soon. Yeah, you know, and this is exactly what Ford said. Henry Ford said. He said, if I would have asked people what they wanted, they would have said they wanted a faster horse. That is exactly dead on what we're seeing right now. People don't want AI, but it's already here. There's two people in the world right now. There's people that utilize it and embrace it and 100x their productivity, and there's people who don't, and they complain and they debate and they try to make all sorts of theological blogs and do print, you know, they'll print books and stuff about it. But ultimately you either embrace it or you die. That's where we're at. And so that's my question to Christians. What is stopping you from investing in this right now? What is stopping you? Like, why haven't you invested in this 20 years ago? Why haven't you invested in this 30 years ago? Because the world is completely different, and we're still debating the practical use cases of it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be the guy that sees Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Power Rangers in a 30-second clip, and I'm going to find joy and happiness in that. That's who I'm going to be, and I would encourage you to do so. You can still be cautious. You can still, yeah, you're exactly right, Eve's Rib. China isn't afraid of it. You know who else isn't afraid of it, I'm sure? North Korea, Russia, all these other countries. No one's afraid of it. The only people who are afraid of it are, people who have the time to spend debating and pontificating on this thing. But it's over. It's over. So Eve's Rib said 666 LOL. Unions are afraid of it. Yeah, you're darn right. Unions are afraid of it. Unions deserve to be afraid of it. I cannot wait to see unions collapse as a result of AI. I can't wait. I hope they crumble. But that's probably not what's going to happen. They're probably going to go beg before the Hollywood studios to come up with some sort of way to escape, this sort of nonsense or whatever, by making the studios pay them lots of money if they use AI generated stuff. And it's just gonna make, when the studios have to pay the unions high prices, it's only going to make filmmaking more expensive. And And the point of AI is that it should be less expensive. And we need to start looking at the differences between the studios who still want inflated budgets and the independent filmmakers who are like, give me a chance. Put me in. Put me in, coach. Like, I don't care how much it costs. I'll take my dollar store baseball glove and go on that field and play. So, good eye. I didn't think of that. Yeah. So, that's about it for today. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to be talking about this a lot more. I'm working on some stuff now. Trying to, if anybody's listening to this, I want to start a nonprofit, where the nonprofit the nonprofit purchases and makes strategic partnerships with AI companies, so that independent filmmakers in Christian schools, private schools, urban and inner cities, that these independent filmmakers can have unlimited resources and access to be able to make short films with AI. I think that is amazing. I would love to do it as a for-profit business model, but I know conservatives don't invest in for-profit entertainment stuff. So I think a nonprofit's the best way to go. And I think that absolutely needs to happen. So if anybody out there is listening to this and you have any resources to people that would like to contribute to a nonprofit that would do this sort of thing, get in touch with me. I'm working on the deck, and the plan, and I already got, the systems in place to be able to, allow for a 501c3 donation immediately. So I would love to talk to you, but anyway, I'm going to head out. Thank you, chat. Thank you for being active in the chat. I really appreciate that. I can't do the show without the chat, or else I'm just talking to the wall in front of me for hours, and it's super annoying. I will be back. My wife says if I'm going to do this streaming thing, I need to do it every single day. So I'm going to try to figure out how to do that. But even just for a little bit, maybe I might do it late nights. I might start doing it late nights, like after 10 p.m. on the weekdays. That's probably the only time I really have for it, because I don't want to do it during the day. But if I do it every day, it would probably on Mondays and Wednesdays, I would do it after 10 o'clock. So that's the thought process. So thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the kicks. Thank you for everything. Really appreciate you there. And yeah, this was fun show. It was a great show. Thank you all for joining me. How long was that stream, by the way? 1 hour and 50 minutes. It wasn't that bad. But I've been streaming all day on TikTok. I'm trying to get my TikTok credits up, so that's makes it feel like I've been streaming all day, because I literally have in 30-minute increments, trying to get TikTok to recognize that I'm not that I'm a legitimate streamer, but we're close to that. So anyways, you guys have a great night. Thank you guys for everything, and we will see you later.